Well, wanted to mention that Kevin Newton, Scooter Newton as he's better known, going to start 16th in tonight's B-main event for the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts Wing Sprint Cars. They've actually made a motor change on the 02. His team car, Bobby Dalton, did not make the B-main event after he failed to transfer out of the seat last night. And they had a 410 in that car, which is important because Kevin Newton 02, that has been a 360 all week. So they dumped the 410 into the 02. And Kevin told me he was very excited to have some more power underneath the hood of this race car. Of course, if you've ever heard of Honest Abe Roofing, that's Kevin Newton. Of course, he's had an amazing driver career. Back in 1999 was the Neymar's midget champion. He's won with the Indiana Racers Series. He's raced with the World of Outlaws, High Limit, USAC, you name it. This guy has raced it. He was out here at the Open Wheel Showdown last year. Had a great time getting teamed up with the 02 group to come out here for the Open Wheel Showdown tonight. Of course, he is running double duty as he's in the super modified in that famous 98 pink lady machine. And I know he is just a wealth of positivity, especially when it comes to racing here in Vegas. Now, with the more power, we'll see what he can do. He's got a long way to go starting 16th in this one.
So we're going to let you know where they're lining up to kick off this Wildwood Brakes B-main event for your Elliott Custom Trailers Wing Sprints. The front row out of Lutz, Florida is going to be Davey Hamilton Jr. And on the high side, racing out of Twin Falls, Idaho, G-Money, Willie Ginn.
Row number 2, 2 drivers from British Columbia. That would be Darren Yates in the 91Y and Brad Allman in the 44B.
Row number 3, Selma, California's Audra Cicelli, and it's Austin Gossel out of Fort Collins, Colorado on the high side.
London, Ontario's very own 07 of Ryan Litt and Matt Elliott in the 77E.
West Jordan, Utah's Natalie Waters is going to get an inside row start right next to Littleton, Colorado's Ryan Land.
And in the next row, the number 7D of Randy Dubois and the 1S of Sammy Swindell has to race his way in to the main event.
Moving right back there out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Ari Lyondike Jr. He's going to be the neighbor of Brighton, Colorado's Adam Hilton when we go green.
The 12B of Monty Bergner from Saratoga Springs, Utah, and the 02 of Kevin Newton from Terre Haute, Indiana.
Clovis, California in the 45, Justin Kawahata, and the 11S of Salt Lake City's Mike Straub.
The 68A of Michael Anderson from Napa, Idaho, and the 94W of Jeff Wade, one of our many drivers from Union Bay, British Columbia.
West Jordan, Utah is where the 36 calls home. The pilot is Ryan Burdett. Right next to Quesnel, British Columbia's Ron Larson.
And rounding out our final row is the number 92D of Jamie, or I'm sorry, this is not the final row, but Jamie Wright in the 92D and Josh Phanopoulos in the 21.
Working our way through your field, getting ready for your Elliott's Custom Trailers Wing Sprint Car. Wildwood Brakes B main. You got a shot there of William Ginn. It's the final Wildwood Brakes B main event of the 2025 BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown, presented by AskROI, and that is a beautiful sight.
Wing Sprint cars hit the track at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway as Davey Hamilton Jr. is on the front row, the promoter of this event, as we are green here at the Bull Ring.
Oh, and look at Twin Falls Willie Ginn. He gets a pretty good run on the high side as we get this thing under full throttle. Already 3 wide at the back of the pack.
We've
got
wide.
a couple of
a big wreck on the back stretch.
Monty Bergner nowhere to go, and now we're going to stack Mike Anderson in there as well, and we've got him.
We have an elevated vehicle
all over
that.
All over the back stretch over there. So
they had to get on the binders, but there was nowhere to go. The track was blocked.
Randy Dubois, Ari Lyondike Jr. It looks like Wade and Mike Anderson right there.
This is going to take a little bit to not only clean up, but kind of
restart zone. Davey Hamilton Jr. getting ready to get on the throttle. Here we go, Brett.
We are back green, and they are side by side into turn 1 and 2. And we have, again, 3 wide coming out of 3 and 4 in the back of the pack.
3 wide sprint car racing at the Bull Ring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Oh, and there's going to be your
another crash.
And it's going to be the 77 of Matt Elliott. Hit the tail end of that car, started to go around, and he is going to collect the 6 there. So a tough break, and it's going to bring out another Nasty Beast Hard T caution.
And I don't know if they're going to count that as a completed lap or not. Our scoring is showing that they are going to count it, I believe, because the leader crossed the line. But these guys want to be in that main show. That's all I can say. Yep. I mean, they're trying, and you got to get as much as you can on these restarts, because once they get strung out in that dirty air, Davey Hamilton Jr. talked about it in the booth with us last night. Once you get strung out in the dirty air, it's hard to make those passes.
It is. Yep.
You can see the frustration there. Wow.
Yeah, and it just looked like that Matt's car just got a little loose there going into the corner. So, you know, it's just, it's racing. That was a racing thing. I don't think there was any bad blood there to start. Matt just came into the corner, the tail end started to go, and this is the end result there with the 6.
But this event means so much to these drivers. They put so much work into this event, and you can see it with the frustration right there in turn 4.
Yep.
You can't press the brakes fast enough. It just isn't possible. And they get hooked together, and I think the 94 gets involved as well with Ron Larson there.
I was watching Wade get right into the back, kind of pushed Larson through there. So that going to be a little bit of an issue there. We're looking at Larson's car. It doesn't look like
Yeah, we're waiting for a few more of the cars after that last crash. Of course, Elliott and Hilton getting together in turn number 4. Want to talk about William Ginn. They're working on the right front side of this race car. The damage, mostly that right front shock, you see him working on there, but really it's the whole axle out in that first lap incident. Also, Ari Lyondike Jr. got a chance to look at his race car. It looked like both the top and bottom radius rods on the right front of this 25 machine got torn up, so that's what put Ari Jr. out. And we'll see if we can get an update on Hilton and Elliott coming into the work area, or rather the tech area, once they get towed off the racetrack.
All right, Drake, thanks for working hard down there. We're keeping him busy this first lap and a half.
Yeah, he's been racing, I think, for almost 20 minutes at least.
All right, Drake's got an update on the Hilton machine.
Didn't get a great chance to look at it as it rolled past us here in the tech area. It's headed back to the trailer right now, but the right front side of the front axle pushed way back, and there's a few parts and pieces dragging along with front and top wing damage on Adam Hilton's 08H. Talked to him during the practice night here, and he was so excited to get the chance to race out here in Vegas. Was only going to be his 6th sprint car race, and not a lot of experience, and especially now, not a lot of experience here in this race, unfortunately, for the 08H driver, Adam Hilton.
which is the team car, and normally a crew member for Austin Goslow deciding to get behind the wheel. We'll see how that shakes out as they come through turn 3 and 4 for the Serve Pro restart zone. We are back green.
Green flag again. A couple of adverse moves there, trying to stay away from contact, but everything stays really good there. As Davey Hamilton Jr. looking there, but now you've got Natalie Waters there in the orange and white number 1. Right over Cicelli.
I was about to say a lot cleaner racing, but they're really beating and banging down in turn 1 and 2. You can see behind Davey Hamilton as well as Ryan Litt. It is a hornet's nest back there as they're racing for and the yellow flag is out.
Got a tire off over there.
We had a incident in turn 3 and 4.
So here's the thing, Brett. That was that 7 of Randy Dubois that was involved in that first caution.
You have to wonder if there was something wrong.
Maybe something might not have been working there.
Because it doesn't look like he has much damage other than, well, the other side there's damage, but the tire came completely off.
13 cars remain. 6 go to the show.
We're running out of cars.
So
for 6, but again, it's only so we got 6 that can come in and 6 are going to go home at this point.
All right. Serve Pro restart zone over there in turn number 4 is going to be where the thunderstorm starts one more time. Let's see if we can click off some laps at the bitnile.com Open Wheel Showdown. We are green flag racing one more time.
Side by side for the lead there. Davey Hamilton Jr. using that high side, but he has to give up. That now he cuts down low. Battle for the lead once again. Look at Davey Hamilton Jr. down on the inside.
Hamilton takes the top spot out of turn number 2. Now we go. We had Brad Almond down into the infield there.
Almost had a caution.
Natalie Waters and Ron Larson, they're trying to move and secure those transfer positions. Goes Ryan Burdett.
He saved it, but brought out the yellow.
Caution flies. Looked like he was headed right for the tires there on the infield.
Again, turn 4 looked like he just lost it on his own. He was heading straight for those tire barrels or tire barrier down there.
Out. But it all depends on this restart when they flow through the Serve Pro restart zone. And that's what the pace truck is sending to you right now, Brett, as we're ready to go again.
Down through the Serve Pro restart zone in turn 3 and 4, Davey Hamilton Jr. and Darren Yates bring us down to the green flag. And we had some issues in the back of the pack. One car was slow on that restart, stacked everybody up.
Yeah, it looked like Natalie Waters might have spun her tires there a little bit. It cost her, and it also cost Brad Almond, who fell to the back. But now Natalie gets on the throttle as she's going to try to move right back into that transfer position. But it's Davey Hamilton Jr., Yates, and the 07, your top 3.
Ron Larson and Austin Goslow are in by the transfer. Ron Larson, as you've been mentioning, he's had a heck of a weekend with a motor change make sure, looks like it might all pay off. He can stay in that 5th position for the remainder of this race.
Yeah, that would be a great full circle moment for Ron after the way the weekend has been so far. Right now, the 16, 6, and 1 are out of the show. But here comes Sammy Swindell. Swindell underneath Natalie Waters.
He's got time. We still have 12 laps to go. It looks like we've finally gotten into a single file rhythm here. Now he just has to make up some time. We'll see if he can do it.
Yep, so see if the legend Sammy Swindell can make his way in to the race for $50,000. He's got 10 laps to do it in. As we've got, we nearly had another one go up into the high groove there. The 45 nearly took to the turn 4 wall, but we stay clean and green, Brett.
Ryan Land and Austin Gossel are about to start battling for the transfer position, and these are team cars. You can see the 6 and 16 are very similar. One's in, the 16 is in, the 6 is out. And we'll see how hard these teammates are willing to race each other for this transfer with 8 laps to go.
8 laps on the board. Davey Hamilton Jr. has found his rhythm. He's got about a straightaway lead over Yates, Litt, Cicelli, Larson, and Gossel. Those are the drivers that are in the show right now with 7 to go.
Looks like the 12 of Ron Larson. Maybe the handling going away a little bit on that car because Austin Gossel's starting to catch him. We'll see if Gossel decides to push the up. You can see Ron Larson get high off turn 4. Now Larson is in the transfer position. He needs to stay there if he wants to race tonight.
Land on the outside looking in right now, but he looks like he might have the horsepower to catch that 12. Does he have enough laps as we are down to 5 circuits to go? 5 laps around the bull ring of Las Vegas for your Elliott Customs Trailers Wing Sprint Car Wildwood Brakes B main event tonight.
I know the car owner, Brian Gossel, is standing back in the pit area watching this closely. He wants at least 2 of his 3 cars to make it in the main show, and it looks like he's about to do that right now.
Well, Ron Larson pitches it sideways, and he gets right back into that spot. And that's going to be the battle on the track as the laps wind down. 3 to go that time around. Larson, Land for the final spot in the big show tonight.
Here comes Sammy Swindell, though, but is he running out of time with just 3 laps to go? He has to pass 2 cars to make it into the main feature.
Sammy Swindell in that blue number 1. He's looking to the inside. Davey Hamilton Jr., though, is coming up behind him, and he's going to be getting the white flag this time by. One more time around for the 14. Swindell needs to pass one more car.
One more car, but it's a team car, and I think there might be too much of a lead there for him to make up any time. Here comes Davey Hamilton Jr. for the win, and then our transfer spot, it looks like Ryan Land is going to get it. So Brian Gossel brought 4 cars here, and 3 of them are going to race in the main show.
And just like that, your Elliott Custom Trailer Wing Sprint Car Wildwood Brakes B main event. Davey Hamilton Jr. is going to the big show with Ryan Litt, Yates, Cicelli, Gossel, and Land, your transfer cars.
Once we got
All right, we're going to head down to the pits with Drake and Ryan Land.
Ryan Land snags the final transfer spot into the big show here at the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown presented by AskROI. And you didn't get handed it by any means. You had to run down Ron Larson. Tell us about not only how you ran him down, but the pass you had to make on him to get into the show tonight.
Man, you know, it's all these guys here are top notch, and you know, I definitely didn't make it easy on myself. You know, I'm not sure who I ran into. I think it was a 44, knocked my wing back, my nose wing back a little bit. So the car was handling a little ill there, but you know, I just got by him and set sail, and hopefully I was hoping that was the transfer there.
A year ago, he was spinning the spanners back here in the pit area. Tonight, he's going to be a part of the big show here in the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts Wing Sprint Cars here at the Open Wheel Showdown.